Love it.
Yep. Awesome. Well, Coach McKee, what processes did you go through as a player when you made mistakes?
Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes, and a lot of times, there's all kinds of players. There's players who make mistakes and they can't come back from it. There's players who continue to make mistakes, and the reason why they're making mistakes is because they're not prepared. And then there's players who have the mentality and mindset to where if they make a mistake, it's going to motivate them to overcome that mistake and to succeed even more. And breaking down, and I was at stages in my career, I was all three of those types of players that I just mentioned. There was a point in time where I made a mistake and it weighed on me so much that I couldn't overcome it, and then I was no good. And that's just not a mistake on the field. That's a mistake in the classroom. Sometimes you may study and you may fail a test, and I had that. I've had that happen before, and I wasn't able to overcome it. So I didn't get the necessary grade that I wanted to in that class because I was so mad on myself and down on myself that I studied all night and I didn't get a good grade on the test. And reason being, it's because certain situations I didn't understand the material. There are instances where I didn't prepare it as much as I should have, and then I failed. So you've heard the motto, if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail, and that's what happens. And then as I grew and as I matured, as I matured in life and had more of an understanding of having to make mistakes to make me successful, I was able to make mistakes, and when I did make a mistake, it drove me even more to come back and succeed from that mistake. So if I had a quiz in class and I got a C on it, well, then I knew, all right, that's just a quiz. But on the test, I'm going to get an A on it. That drove me. If I was on the field and, I missed a block or, I dropped the pass, I would come back and say, well, you know what? I'm going to stay after practice and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to catch, 50 passes, or I'm going to stay after practice and I'm going to hit that sledge. So that way in a game, when it's magnified and when it matters, I'm not going to miss that block. I'm not going to make that catch. And there's going to be times to where you are overly prepared and you will fail, because sometimes it gets hard. But the true testament of a man and of an individual is how do you bounce back from mistakes? How do you bounce back from failure?